Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body and is essentially the glue that holds you together. In fact, after age 20, people produce 12% less collagen in their skin each decade. Collagen depletion is what makes you look old. Most collagen supplements do not provide the hydrolyzed bioactive collagen peptides that enable your body to digest collagen properly, plus it tastes badly. BioTrust gives you the 5 most available kinds of collagens that dissolve easily in hot or cold liquids with 0 taste. You can add it to your coffee, tea, or smoothies, or even baked goods recipes. So to look and feel younger fast, go to www.healthwithbill.com. Good morning. I'm still reporting on the coup. On Monday, Joe diGenova made his regular pronouncements on WMAL radio in Washington, D.C. Joe called impeachment 2.0 a phony morality play.
We're going to watch this play out as a phony morality play for whatever Jamie Raskin wants to get out of it for his political future. And apparently they've given him free rein to do whatever he can to harm the United States Senate in the process.
Then show host Vince Coglianese pointed out that the deaths of one of the Capitol police officers, whom, according to early reports, was killed when he was struck in the head by a fire extinguisher hurled by one of the demonstrators on January 6th, may have been a total fabrication.
The death of Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, which at the early stages was told, the way this story was being told was that he was struck in the head by a fire extinguisher and subsequently died from his injuries and that head trauma. We now know from a variety of reports that appears not to be true, that the medical examiner found that he had no head trauma. They say, ProPublica said that officer actually communicated with his own brother over text message that night and seemed to be fine, only relayed that he had run into pepper spray and otherwise was feeling well before subsequently dying, apparently, of a stroke. It's all very confusing, but that's the type of confusion that would normally alleviate, criminal accusation of something leading to a homicide, right, Joe?
The problem for the average American is that the coup cabal understands that 90% of American news consumers only pay attention to the glaring headline of the initial report, even if it is a barefaced lie. Only 10% of those will pay attention to the rebuttal or the correction of the glaring lie. And 1/2 of those can be swayed back to believing, if I give my second cousin, Bobo Still, $100 to run a story on his website entitled The Frequently Fabricated Fact Finder, with another glaring headline which reads, The protestations of the accused have been officially debunked by award-winning professional media liar Bobo Still. The original accusation has now been verified to be officially true. This is the game they play, and every time they rinse and repeat this gambit, the number of people who get the true version of events is reduced by a full order of magnitude. Furthermore, it is now clear that malevolent forces of anarchy were planning this Capitol break-in at least 1 month before Trump even thought about giving his speech 1.3 miles away on the White House grounds.
Yes, I don't think there's any doubt that the president did not instigate an insurrection or rebellion or incite a riot. Nothing that he said or did on that day constitutes sufficient evidence for that. However, as you said, this is a political process, the impeachment process. It's a political, constitutional process with no rules and with rules established by the majority of the Senate. And that means they can say and do anything that they want. I doubt if they have enough votes to convict the president. It doesn't appear that they do at this point. So whatever happens is going to be kabuki theater. It's designed to make political points. The entire House manager's case is designed to paint an ugly picture of President Trump. It's not about trying to convince 67 senators. They know that isn't going to happen. But as far as the legalities of this, there isn't any question that the president did not commit a crime, nor did any of the other speakers.
Show host Mary Walter then asked Joe about whether or not it is likely that the Supreme Court will now hear some of the many lawsuits brought against the unconstitutional illegal mandates issued just before the November election by state governors and state secretaries of state.
The Supreme Court is scheduled on Friday to review some election challenge lawsuits from 2020, 5 lawsuits, including 2 from the president, 1 from Mike Kelly, 1 from Lynn Wood, 1 from Sidney Powell. Mm-hmm. Do you think that they will wind up taking up any of these election lawsuits?
Hard to say, but they should, because that will be one of the ways to help prevent some of the things that went wrong with the laws that were passed or executive orders that were issued in some of these states that violated the U.S. Constitution. So I would hope that the court would take up some of the more important cases and issue rulings that will help the states fix the mess that they created legally. And it's obvious that there were things done in various states that were unconstitutional in terms of the way they changed election law.
I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good day. Every doctor on TV says that we all need to boost our immune systems. And STEM Enhance does that in a unique way by increasing blood levels of your own adult stem cells, the backbone of your immune system, by over 30% in just 1 hour. Click on the link in the description box below for details.